The USS Enterprise, designated CVN-65, holds a legendary place in naval history as the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Known affectionately as the Big E, this ship was more than just a carrier. It was a symbol of American technological power, naval dominance, and Cold War innovation. Commissioned in 1961, Enterprise became one of the most iconic warships of the United States Navy, serving the nation for over 50 years before being retired in 2017. Today, we're going to dive into its history, design, capabilities, and the incredible legacy it left behind. When the USS Enterprise was launched, it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. At over 1,100 feet long, it was the longest naval vessel ever built at the time, nearly the length of 4 football fields. Its displacement reached over 90,000 tons, making it a floating city at sea. The ship carried a crew of more than 5,000 sailors and could house up to 90 aircraft, from fighters and bombers to reconnaissance planes and helicopters. But what truly made the Enterprise revolutionary was its power source. Instead of conventional oil-fired boilers, the Enterprise was equipped with 8 nuclear reactors, providing it with virtually unlimited range. This allowed the carrier to operate for more than 20 years without the need for refueling, a remarkable advantage during the height of the Cold War. The design of the Enterprise was also distinct. Unlike later carriers, the CVN-65 had a unique and somewhat unusual island structure on its starboard side, which many sailors described as futuristic for its time. The flight deck, massive in scale, was designed for continuous air operations. The ship's ability to launch and recover aircraft around the clock meant it could project power anywhere in the world, at any time. During its long career, the Enterprise was at the forefront of nearly every major U.S. conflict after its commissioning. In the 1960s, it played a pivotal role in the Vietnam War, launching thousands of sorties and supporting American ground forces. In 1962, just a year after it entered service, the Enterprise participated in the Cuban Missile Crisis blockade, serving as a key part of the U.S. naval response to Soviet missile deployments in Cuba. Its presence was a clear signal of American resolve. The Enterprise also proved itself during operations in the Middle East. In the 1980s, it was deployed in response to rising tensions in the Persian Gulf. Later, in 2001, the Enterprise was among the first carriers to launch strikes in Afghanistan following the September 11 terrorist attacks, showcasing how even after decades of service, it remained a vital tool of U.S. power projection. Life aboard the Enterprise was demanding, but it also fostered a unique camaraderie. With thousands of sailors and aviators working side by side, the ship was often described as a floating city. Sailors lived in tight quarters, with mess halls, gyms, a chapel, and even a ship's store providing some sense of normalcy amid the harsh reality of deployment. The flight deck was perhaps the most dangerous workplace in the world, with jet engines roaring, arresting wires snapping, and aircraft being catapulted into the sky every few minutes. Precision, discipline, and teamwork were essential to keep operations running smoothly and safely. The Big E also had its share of challenges. Operating 8 nuclear reactors was a complex and expensive undertaking, and by the time the ship neared the end of its career, newer carriers with only 2 reactors could accomplish the same missions more efficiently. Yet, despite the high cost of maintenance, the Enterprise continued to serve with distinction until its retirement. The USS Enterprise was officially decommissioned in 2017, after more than half a century of service. Its legacy, however, continues. It set the stage for every nuclear-powered aircraft carrier that followed, including the Nimitz class and the modern Gerald R. Ford-class carriers. In fact, a new USS Enterprise, CVN-80, is currently under construction, ensuring that the legendary name will live on in future generations of sailors and aviators. The story of the Enterprise is more than just the tale of a warship. It's the story of American innovation, determination, and the will to maintain peace through strength. From the Cold War to the War on Terror, the Big E was always there, standing as a symbol of freedom and naval dominance. Few ships in history can claim such an enduring impact. So when we look back at the USS Enterprise CVN-65, we're not just remembering a ship. We're honoring the thousands of men and women who served aboard her, the missions she carried out, and the role she played in shaping modern naval warfare. Truly, the Big E will forever remain one of the greatest warships ever to sail the seas.